It's indeed a Saturday and we are coming to you live, that is from the NMH studios, where we will be updating you on the latest results in and beyond Namibian borders. Trust me, there has been a lot going on today, from rugby to football. Now we start off with the Dep Marine Namibia Premiership, where results just came in that African Stars FC were held by Eeshoke Chula Chula, that is 0-0 at the Independence Stadium. It was indeed not a result that the home team would have expected there, because the coach and the team themselves have been hoping to beat Chula Chula for quite a while now. They did beat them in Oshakati, but they were hoping that the result will swing in their favor. This just blows the league wide open, the title race wide open there. We also have some other results in the Dep Marine Namibia Premiership that just came in, with Ongos FC beating Kukatops 4-0. Unam beating, that is Blue Waters, 3-2, and that match was in the second half as well as an update. So let's just look at the latest results there. We will have that for you in a moment. And Blue Waters, yes, Unam beating Blue Waters 3-2. Young African KK Palace playing to a 0-0 draw, that is in Khobabas. Okahanja United losing to Comas Nampol by a solid 0-0. That was in Okahanja as well. Tigers FC, now Julinho fans will be happy with this one. It was a 1-1 draw, because Julinho FC coming all the way from Rundu to play against Tigers here in Windhoek, and Tigers doing the job there. Young Brazilians FC traveled all the way, that is to Ochivarongo, to play Mighty Gunners, and the Brazilians failing to come away with the victory there, as Mighty Gunners beat them 2-1. A game that is just starting at 7 o'clock will be Bucks Buccaneers versus Coastal Side Blue Boys. You know, one of the interesting results today in this one obviously will be African Stars and Chula Chula, as well as Unam and Blue Waters. That match also going to prove something, because Blue Waters were just recovering from a lot in their camp, and now they have to deal with another defeat there. On to something different, and that is the COSAFA Under-17 Girls Championship that took place. The finals, Zambia have been crowned champions of the COSAFA Under-17 Girls Tournament at the Hage Stadium today, after beating Malawi by 3-0 in the final, while Mozambique claimed third place following a 3-2 win over Zimbabwe. Namibia's girl Labang was also named the top goal scorer of the tournament in that one, something Namibia can be proud of, even though that they failed to reach, that is, the final or the semi-finals. Malawi will go home with the silver medal, while Mozambique takes home the bronze medal of this tournament, the first of its kind held in Namibia, and it will be indeed something great. Now the coaches had something to say after the match, that is the Zambian coach as well as the Mozambican coach. They will be also speaking to us in terms of what they felt the result meant for them in that one. But of course, it was indeed a tournament that many said they were grateful for, and will be hoping that it can actually create Namibia a good platform where they will be able to host more tournaments of such nature there. Now let's go to, that is to Unam, where we can now obviously hear from the coaches as well in terms of what they felt. That is the COSAFA Championship.
First of all, we just learned that today it was in our day, but I'm appreciating what my girls did today. They have tried their best. In the first time, in the final, they have shown that they are good players, and they have more talented players and skilled players. So just today that it was in our day, but next time we'll try our best to have the title from Zambia.
Looking at the 4 games that you have played so far in the tournament, how do you rate the performance of your girls?
My girls are just performing well. can see from all the three games we have played, we haven't conceded the goal. Only that in the final today is when we have conceded 3 goals. This tells that my girls are really trying their best, and we have seen that they are good players, and they just need to be motivated and to be encouraged so that they can play more than what they did today.
Okay, colleagues, the floor is open for questions to the coach. Coach Karo Kalimba from Zambia. Congratulations, coach, for defending the title this year. First of all, coach, give us your overall analysis of the match today.
Thank you very much. I thank God that we are able to defend this trophy. It's not very easy. It's very easy to be a champion, but to maintain that status is difficult because sometimes the girls become complacent and the opponents that you face will always come on you with full force. But I'm glad that we put a good shift, especially in this final game. It wasn't really one of our best games so far in the tournament. I think the game that we played against Zimbabwe was our best game. Today the game wasn't as nice as we expected. The flow of the game was disturbed because of the lot of stoppages in that game. So we didn't really see the most of our girls. But I thank God that we were able to get the 3 goals that we needed, and we told our girls not to concede, to help our goalkeeper get the golden glove. And I'm glad that we did that, and we thank God that we were able to defend the trophy.
Now, our reporter Brian Munango was obviously at another rugby match which took place here in the capital, Unam Rugby Club. Closely, this is by tight margins, a 33-32 win over Trustcore United. That was some game there with the final kick of the match, Unam doing it. Brian Munango has some exciting footage for us. Let's enjoy it.
Yannick! What the game, boys! What the game! No! Trot! Hier is mijn trots, man! Assai!
Was voor die krat, boys, was voor die krat.
What a game, Brian! Het is us, het is Unam, man! Het is Unam!
Chelsea.
Yo! Yo!
Well, that one just reminded me of a Johnny Wilkinson drop kick there. I think many of you would remember that English World Cup, the Rugby World Cup, where they actually did their nation proud. It was a wonderful drop kick, and Brian Munango took that footage, of course. Now we move all the way to Walvis Bay, where the home side this time around was unable to deliver any result. That is because obviously Wanderers traveling all the way to the coast and beating Kudus that rugby club by 28-10. It was indeed an intense match, and our NTV team was there and brought these highlights for us.
And welcome back to the highlights package of the match between the Walvis Bay Kudus and the visiting Wanderers from Windhoek. An easy opening try, a penalty awarded and easily converted by fly half Kyle Wenzel. An attempted goal. and a missed penalty attempt by the Windhoek visiting team. But an excellent break here, inspired on by scrum of Rayshon Scoombie. But unfortunately, right wing Aston bundled into touch. Throw in. And a line movement attempted. And here we see an interception by the Wanderers fly off, Denzo Brouwer, who dots in under the posts. And an easy conversion. There's a penalty awarded. And a yellow card for one of the visitors to take a 10-minute rest. We can regroup. An attempt conversion for the try by the home team. And that is the try that was awarded. A penalty awarded to Wanderers, and that is the score that was at halftime. 3 converted tries to the 1 converted try and penalty to the Wanderers. 3 converted tries and 1 try and penalty to the home team, the Kudus. Excellent break down the left wing, but an unfortunate slide. Home team kept on pressurizing, but couldn't just capitalize. They were there, they were close. But an interception. And here a breakaway. But unfortunately, this doesn't result in a try. A mishap right at the very end. Passes to his teammate, who drops the ball, knocks on, and unfortunately, that could have been a well-worked try. But here we see the last try of the match. Wanderers fullback Johnny Mwenyo racing through, going to score in the corner, and he converts his own try. We'll see the conversion. The excellent run down the left-hand touchline and a superb conversion. And
now that was some intense rugby match. Now we're going on to archery, where African Genesis Archery Namibia President Pony Werbley talks about the record turnout of 200 archers today at the national qualifiers hosted by Windhoek High School at the Wanderers Sports Ground. Let's hear from Tony Werbley.
Mr. Weekly, what has happened in the competition so far?
Well, we started at 7:30 this morning, 7 o'clock registration, 7:30. The first arrows were shot. There were some nice arrows already. We've got a lot of archers and a couple of nice 50s so far.
Okay, I understand with this competition, you are choosing the national team. Please tell us more about that.
Yeah, we are participating in a world competition, World Championship, end of July. So we are choosing our national team after this shoot, the 16 top archers, and then also the 16 development team archers. And then also, we've got a lot of AAGs, adult archery group. We are also choosing 16 of them to compete at the World Tournament.
Okay, tell us more about the World Tournament. What participants are we expecting to come to Namibia?
We've got a lot of African countries: South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Botswana. We've got Canada coming. So yeah, we will have about almost 300 archers on that tournament. Yeah.
Right. No, Mr. Weekly, thank you so much for your time.
Now we continue with more from the archery, and this time it is club archer Rainer Kruger of Windhoek Archery Club takes a breather at the National Field Archery Championships and fields some fun questions from his dad, Marinus.
Right, first question. What do you like about archery?
Everything.
Be specific. Where you shoot, in the field or in the basement, which is the best, the more fun, the most fun?
In the field,
The field. Hoekom?
because it is, for me, it's more fun, and I like to walk around.
It's fun in the bushes, man.
Yeah,
Okay. Next question. Distance. Which distance do you like most?
25.
25 yards.
Yes.
Is that your most accurate?
I don't know.
Okay. You here for record breaking archery?
Yes.
Good. You're gonna break records today.
Yes.
Of course you are. Then when are you gonna start hunting?
Probably next year.
That's a good answer. Are you gonna shoot first?
Springbok.
Smallest of them all. Go for a gemsbok.
Okay.
Oryx first. We'll work on your poundage. How many pounds do you shoot?
40 pounds.
Draw length?
I don't know. 22 inches.
You want some friends here
Yes.
of your own age?
Yes.
We'll get some.
Tell us about the different distances.
I shoot 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 yards.
And you're accurate with all of them?
Yes.
Which is your least favorite distance?
15.
15. Why?
I don't like
It's
it.
so short. Okay.
And on to some more archery. This time Mariot Ngula was there and brought this one for us. Archery Association of Namibia is hosting its Field Archery Championship, and its Vice President Jacqueline Kutsie also shared more about the two-day competition.
Good morning, I'm Jacqueline Kutsie. I'm from Swakopmund Archery Club. So we are today here joined by 14 other archers from different clubs. So we have Swakopmund Archery Club and then Windhoek Archery Club for our national field archery championship. So it's to determine who's the champion after these 2 days. So this morning we are shooting a field round of 28 different targets. Then this afternoon we'll have an animal round, and then tomorrow will be our hunters round. So combined totals will then determine the champion. Yeah, so this is the first time that we actually here at Yellowstone. We recently moved everything from the range where we were, just across Heya Lodge, but now this is our grounds, and this is where we're gonna be for the next, hopefully, many years to come. So it's quite exciting, so that we could actually shoot here at the new range, and yeah, great thanks to the team that actually organized it, and yeah, it's a lot of effort to prepare everything and set out all the distances and cut the grass and everything, so we appreciate that. Yeah.
And on to some more results, and this time it is the inter-high between Walvis Bay Private School and Pro Ed. This one was also intense with the netball results coming through there. It was indeed a 19-12 victory that is from Walvis Bay Private School over Pro Ed, and that is under 19 teams. We also have some rugby results for you. The under 19s with Walvis Bay Private School 17 and Pro Ed Academy 10. I'm sure that was the big matches that took place at the coast as well. Now we do have an interview that is from the Tennis Association with the Table Tennis Association. Simon's Storm School Tournament Series is currently underway at the Wanderers Sports Club, and director Theo Birkus had something to say about it.
Is Mr. Theo Bucas. He's the tournament director of the third NTTA tournament. Mr. Bucas, please tell us what transpired here so far.
Good morning and thank you. Welcome. As you can see behind my back, lots of excitement, lots of kids, and this is tournament 3 of 6 tournaments in the Restek Simony Storm Schools Tournament Series. And we are so excited because today we have a huge turnout of close to 80 kids. It is the biggest turnout since inception of 2023. So we are very excited.
Right. Okay, what age groups have signed up for this one?
We have under 11, under 13, under 15, under 17, and under 19. And it's for boys and girls individually. So it's very exciting. Players are allowed to play in 3 groups, different age groups, which gives more exposure to them.
Okay, and the schools, which ones have signed up?
Okay, what we have is this morning, we can say we have St. Joseph's from Rivet, which we are very delighted. They make the time to come up. We have Pioneers Boys, we have Olaf Palmer. Here in Windhoek, we have DHPS, we have St. Paul's, and then a lot of kids that's not affiliated to a specific school, but were entered as individuals. So we have a wide range of players.
Okay, now Mr. Bucas, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Some may be wondering, where did she come from? I was alone all along. That is Irina Marie van der Walt. We are now in our international section. She has always been giving us some interviews and some stuff, some footage from Formula One. Obviously, just clips contributed, but today we have her here live in studio as we do the wrap-up show. Can you just give us something on the Formula One, and welcome?
Thank you, JC. So Formula One was quite eventful for a qualifying session this afternoon. Franco Colapinto newly got an opportunity and then somewhat squandered it, crashing out in qualifying. He's earned a bit of a reputation when he previously drove for Williams, but he's a mega talented driver. So I would hope that he's going to grow out of this, and this is just growing pains. Obviously, the big crash of qualifying, Yuki Tsunoda, a massive shunt for him. In the Red Bull, obviously he's under a lot of pressure. This is not going to bode well for his hopes to stay with the Red Bull. There you can see the full extent of the crash. It was a big one, but luckily he walked away unaided and was later checked out. We're still waiting to hear from his team about how that went and whether or not he will race tomorrow, but he walked away unscathed.
Well, can you just stop there, Irene? I just want to see the way that looks, and I can imagine being in such a moto. I mean, wow.
Yeah, imagine those cars are a couple 100 kilograms. They're about 300 kilograms. So to get 300 kilograms up in the air with you in it, I think that speaks to the G-forces behind those crashes, but he walked away, luckily. Imola, obviously the track where Ayrton Senna lost his life, Roland Ratzenberger lost his life, so that's undoubtedly in the back of your mind when you see a crash.
Okay, tell us more.
Finally, we're talking about Yuki Tsunoda's boss, Christian Horner. Rumors have been swirling. Horner is the guy in the front of the blue shirt there, in the back is Max Verstappen, not a strange face to us. Rumors have been swirling for about a week and a half now that Christian Horner is being replaced at Red Bull. Given that Christian Horner has been with Red Bull since the beginning of the team, 2 decades ago, this would be a big move for them. But as I said, Yuki Tsunoda is under a lot of pressure because he's struggling to perform in Red Bull, because that is the kind of environment that Red Bull creates, is if you don't perform, you're out. So there's a lot of questions currently as to whether or not Christian Horner is going to have a seat come, or have a job come the next race.
Wow, Erin, thank you so much for that analysis. It is indeed quite fantastic. Well, I will have to share some Bundesliga stuff as well, results that took place. And that's first is the English Premier League, of course, with Chelsea beating Manchester United by a solid 0-0. That was on Friday night. It was indeed not a result. Manchester United, who are going into the Champions Europa League final, would love to have. We also have some Bundesliga results for you, as you can see on the slide there. Couple of matches took place. Today was the final day. Borussia Dortmund making sure they're of a victory with Garassi Sabitzer and Tencha on the score sheet. We also have a draw there from another Bundesliga team, Nebel Burkhardt. It was a 2-2 indeed in that one as we continued. Bayern Munich, the champions of the German Bundesliga, also closing off in style with a 4-0 victory. Incredible stuff there. More results also took place. As you can see there, it was the last day of the German Bundesliga and all the clubs were so excited. It is a celebration in Germany. I'm sure many of them holding their beer and making sure that the final day is indeed memorable for the teams. You can see all the results that are coming through there. We also did indeed have Werder Bremen, where a former Namibian played, Razi Shikulu, was also part of the team. He was indeed, you could see his team winning there. Another German Bundesliga result there, as you can see on your screen. And now we move on to the Sunday drop. Of course, we already spoke about the fixtures that took place. As we can see, we already spoke about African Stars beating Eeshoke Chula Chula and all that. Those matches took place today. But as you can see on Sunday, we do have cricket in Olympia, where Nashua and Cricket Namibia present junior franchise that is taking place, as well as the FNB Cricket Ground under 19 Jets Eagles and Oval under 14 Stadio Jets versus under 14 Grovemore Wildcats. We also have more cricket. Nedbank Desert Ice Challenge, Windhoek Huddersfield United Run versus Run Whisperers, and then Windhoek Huddersfield again, Run Whisperers versus over 40s at 1400. The football FNB Women's Super League will also continue on Sunday with at the NFA Technical Center, with Beauties FC taking on Namib Daughters. The NFA Stadium as well, Julinho Athletics faces Windhoek City. We also have some Arrows Ladies facing Commerce Nampo, that is on Sunday, as well as V-Power Angels that host the Unam Bokis. At the Oshakati Independent Stadium, African Stars Queen entertain Nast Babes FC, that is at 12, and Okahanja will also battle another team there in an important match. I think, Irene, we have covered much ground in terms of that. Thank you for coming in and giving us some insights on the Formula One as well. From us here in studio, we'll see you again on Monday in the Sport Rep Show. So do take care and enjoy the rest of the weekend.